Delhi BJP leader Tajinder Bagga arrested from his Delhi residence by the Punjab police on charges of making provocative statements and criminal intimidation. But then the Punjab police team that was taking Tajinder Bagga to Mohali was stopped en route by the Haryana police, and in the meantime the Delhi police have registered a kidnapping case based on a complaint from the politician's father. Now the Aam Aadmi Party says the arrest was over Mr. Bagga's alleged threat to the Delhi Chief Minister, and the BJP is accusing the AAP of using the Punjab police to target its political opponents. My colleague Akshay was at Tajinder Bagga's residence a short while earlier and spoke to members of his family.
आपको कब पता चला कि बग्गा जी का अरेस्ट हो गया?
मेरे पास कॉल आया था अराउंड 8:39 के बीच में।
ठीक है।
दो पंजाब पुलिस के लोग सिविल ड्रेस में उन्होंने नॉक करा, अंदर आए हैं। उसके बाद सबसे गलत बात जो हुई है, दिस इज नॉट अरेस्ट, दिस इज किडनैपिंग। और तजिंदर जी को पगड़ी पहनने दी, उनके फादर को पंच मारा है, फ़ोन को उठा के फेंक दिया है। और जब बाहर पुलिस वाले खड़े थे सिविल ड्रेस में, उन्होंने उनको फोर्सफुली गाड़ियों में डाल के लेके चले गए हैं। और यहाँ पे जब हमने 100 नंबर पे कॉल करी है तो लोकल पुलिस को कोई इंटीमेशन नहीं थी।
तो लोकल पुलिस को कोई जानकारी दी गई क्या? मतलब
कुछ भी नहीं, जानकारी दी गई सर। ये जानकारी तब दी जाती है अरेस्ट होता है। ये किडनैप करा है उसको, और एक तरीके से समझो कि पग तक नहीं पहनने दी गई और एक बुजुर्ग आदमी को मारा है।
आशीष जी, एक और चीज़ मैं जानना चाहता हूँ। पंजाब पुलिस का ये कहना है कि हमने 5 नोटिस दिए थे मिस्टर बग्गा को इन्वेस्टिगेशन ज्वाइन करने के लिए।
उन 5 नोटिस का बग्गा जी के वकील ने जवाब दिया है।
अच्छा,
आप उनके ट्विटर में जाके देखिए, हर नोटिस का जवाब दिया गया है। और ये सेकेंड टाइम पंजाब पुलिस आई है। 2 बंदे आ जाओ, 4 बंदे आओ, 40-40 बंदे पंजाब पुलिस के क्यों आते हैं? आज से 10-15 दिन पहले रात को पंजाब पुलिस वाले आए हैं 12 साढ़े 12 बजे। तब सारे फैमिली मेंबर्स घर थे, 100 नंबर पर कॉल करी है। तो ये लोकल ACP DCP साहब वगैरह सब आए, उनको वापस भेजा है।
अच्छा, तो ये मतलब रेगुलर पीरियड पे हो रहा था?
ये रेगुलर पीरियड में हो रहा है। और तेजिंदर पूरा साथ दे रहा है पंजाब पुलिस का। जब भी नोटिस आता है तो उसका जवाब वकील देगा ना, वकील दे रहा है वहां पर। लेकिन आप किडनैप करके जब ले जाओगे आदमी को तो क्या करना है? हमारा क्या इस टाइम पोजीशन है?
Now, Haryana police has also intervened in this entire case, and while the Punjab police was taking Mr. Bagga to Mohali, where the case was registered, the Haryana police has stopped the teams of Punjab police near Kurukshetra. So what we are seeing right now is very brazen. This is use of a police force as a political tool by different states. Ma'am, आप लोग BJP से है, आप लोग समर्थक है बग्गा जी के, आपके साथ में कॉलीग्स भी है। क्या जानकारी आपको मिली, कैसे आपको पता चला?
मैं 9 बजे घर पे थी, मुझे उसकी सिस्टर का फ़ोन आया कि आपने ट्विटर चेक करा है? मैंने कहा नहीं। कहते बग्गा जी को पकड़ के ले गए, आप फटाफट घर पहुंचिए। तो मैं उसी टाइम घर आई। मेरे को फिर मैंने फ़ोन किया तो मुझे पता चला कि अंकल को तो पुलिस स्टेशन पे लेकर गए हुए हैं। देन आई वेंट टू पुलिस स्टेशन, वहाँ पर मैं गई हूँ और पुलिस स्टेशन में उनका साथ सारी पूछताछ हो रही है। और जो मुझे पता चला कि यहाँ से कैसे वो घसीटते हुए लेकर के गए, उनको पग तक नहीं पहनने दी। 50 पंजाब पुलिस कैसे यहाँ पर आकर के उनको लेकर गए हैं। तो ये किडनैपिंग है, इट्स नॉट अरेस्ट।
एंड दिस इज नॉट अ बाटला हाउस। तो ये बाटला हाउस पे जो आंसू बहाए गए थे ना, ये बाटला हाउस नहीं हुआ है। एक सरदार देश के लिए कर रहा है कुछ। कोविड के टाइम पे भी उन्होंने सब कुछ करा, हर चीज में वो आगे रहते हैं।
और ऐसा क्या,
तो ऐसा क्या कर दिया उन्होंने?
क्या कर दिया कि जैसे कि उनको
केजरीवाल साहब, आप पंजाब पुलिस से अपना मतलब सॉल्व मत कराइए।
केजरीवाल साहब को हम यही बोलना चाहते कि वो एक,
और पंजाब पुलिस को मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा, वो खुद
so clearly
टर्बन बांधने देते, बुजुर्ग पे हाथ मत उठाइए।
नुपुर शर्मा बात कर रही है।
मुझे जैसे ही सूचना मिली कि तेजिंदर बग्गा को पंजाब पुलिस अवैध तरीके से उनको घर से खींचकर उनको पगड़ी भी नहीं पहनने दी, उनके पिताजी के साथ मारपीट की, कपड़ा ठूंस दिया मुंह में, और ये करते हुए वो पंजाब पुलिस बिना दिल्ली पुलिस को सूचना देते हुए तेजिंदर बग्गा को अवैध रूप से ले गई है। और अब तेजिंदर बग्गा के पिताजी ने उनके खिलाफ, पंजाब पुलिस के खिलाफ कंप्लेंट की है दिल्ली पुलिस को। दिल्ली पुलिस ने भी हमें बताया कि उन्हें कोई भी प्रायर इंटीमेशन नहीं था, प्रायर इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं थी।
तो आगे भी 2-3 बार आ चुके हैं नोटिस लेके। वो आके बैठे हैं, बड़ी शांति से उन्होंने बातचीत की है। आगे आते हैं, इज्जत से बात करते हैं, हम लोग भी इज्जत से उनको पानी चाय वगैरह पिलाते हैं। वो आए, उन्होंने बैठा, बातचीत की, बातचीत करते करते अचानक बाहर का दरवाजा खोल के धड़धड़ाते हुए 15 लगभग 10 से 15 के बीच होंगे, अंदर कमरे में घुस आए और उसको खींच के ले जाने लगे। जब उसने कहा कि अब मेरे को कम से कम सर पे कपड़ा बांध लेने दो, तो उन्होंने नहीं सी और उसको जैसे पंजाबी कहते हैं ध्रो के ले गए। अच्छा, फिर उसके बाद मैं उसकी वीडियो बनाने के लिए मैंने अपना फोन उठाया, तो मेरे को कमरे में खींच के एक बंदा ले गया, मेरे को जबरदस्ती बिठाया, मेरे मुंह के ऊपर पंच किया और मेरा फोन, जो मेरा बिजनेस फोन है जिसमें मेरा सारे बिजनेस के डिपेंड फोन है, वो भी छीन के ले गए। बग्गा का भी फोन साथ में ले गए हैं।
Joining me on the program now, Ravi Srivastava, a supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party and a political analyst, also Alok Vats from the BJP. Ravi Srivastava, let me begin by asking you, police forces of 3 separate states now at loggerheads, the family alleging brutality by the Punjab police, storming in to arrest Mr. Bagga, now the Haryana police stopping them, the Delhi police saying this is a matter of kidnapping. What's going on?
Ankita, things are in the public domain and everybody has seen that what actually happened. But my question here is that Mr. Tajinder Bagga, despite 5 summons, why he did not appear? I think some of his supporter was saying that he was responding through the advocates and all that. That is different. But if a police has come for an arrest, they must be having the necessary documents with them. So I think this is a matter for the court to decide that who was right. And it is getting more and more complicated because that convoy which was carrying Mr. Bagga has been stopped in Kurukshetra, and now 3 police forces are, jostling with each other that who is on the right side of the law. One more thing is there that all these statements of Mr. Bagga's father and relatives, that so many people entered and he was not allowed to put up his turban and his father was punched, etc. I think all these things are a matter of investigation, and the matter once reaches to court, I think all these things need to be substantiated with proper evidence. But this is all hearsay as of now. The second thing which I want to tell you must have seen the statements from the AAP leaders as well, that Mr. Bagga is no saint. At least 2 or 3 cases which are in our knowledge in the public domain are that, he had entered the office of senior advocate of Supreme Court, Mr. Prashant Bhushan, and beaten him blue. Another case was he involved in a molestation case or misbehaved with a lady in Bangalore. This is what we are aware of. And recently also the kind of tweets he was making are, good enough to put this person behind the bars, because creating animosity after losing the Punjab, the BJP is hell-bent upon creating the animosity there. You must have seen the Patiala riots, how the people who were supporting from here, from Delhi, from making tweets in their support, and all kind of, wrong elements were being protected. I think the police has taken a right action, and rest is up to the legal process, which will be followed in the due course, that, what are his charges and all. And the BJP cannot have a double standard or a hypocrisy. The way Jignesh Memani was caught in Assam, the kind of one arrest after another arrest, and all those things happened. This shows that the high-handedness I'm not justifying that what Punjab police has done. But what I'm saying is that different state, the police, those who are complaining must see their own policemen. What happened to Dr. Kafil Khan in UP? If you say that it was done by Adityanath, here
Okay,
BJP
fair enough.
is blaming for
Mr.
everything.
Srivastava, I want to bring in the BJP representative to answer some of the points you've made. But let me begin by asking Mr. Vats, the arrest of Tajinder Bagga for what he has said in a tweet, even if it's a threat, can be called deplorable. But what of the Haryana police? Can one police force stop another police force from doing their duty?
Let me tell you, Ankita, at the very outset, this is a clear case of vendetta and misuse of powers. Okay, the Punjab police came to Delhi to arrest Mr. Tajinder Bagga. Should they have not informed the Delhi police? Can you enter somebody's territory without informing the people concerned, Delhi police has very clearly stated that they were not informed. And 12 cars, even if 5 people were seated in one car,
but Mr. Vats, as far as I know, the Criminal Procedure Code does not mandate anywhere that you have to inform the resident state police before you make such an arrest.
Okay, I agree with, but shouldn't he have been allowed to wear his turban? And why was his father knocked down by the Punjab police? And now, since the case of kidnapping has been made in Delhi, so the Haryana police was informed that somebody has been kidnapped from Delhi and taken to Punjab. So they have stopped him there. Now let the legal action take its own course, and they will clarify whether it was right or wrong. But the only bone of contention was his statement against Mr. Kejriwal on the Kashmir files issue, and that has irritated Kejriwal to that extent that he is using the police force to target people. This is not done. In democracy, you cannot go like this. Everybody has right of freedom. They can speak what they want. If you want to sue him, take him to the court. But why you are, harassing him in this manner? And as his own relative has said, that all the 5 notices were replied through the court by the advocate. So what is wrong? Many times people don't appear, and the advocate takes his statement and he represents him.
Okay,
so
Ravi Srivastav, you brought up the issue of Jignesh Mevani. Let me then ask you whether it's the BJP and Jignesh Mevani or the Aam Aadmi Party, and in this case Tajinder Bagga. Why is it that parties are so quick to react when their leaders are being defamed, but when it comes to other instances of hate speech, they seem to really lag behind?
Actually, this is the kind of hypocrisy or double standards adopted by the political parties. I recall distinctly there was one case of UP again, where one journalist named Pawan Jaiswal, he shot a video of the people served roti with the salt in Mirzapur, and he was immediately arrested and spent 3 months in the jail. Finally, unfortunately, that journalist died recently of cancer.
No, but Mr. Srivastav, my very simple point
that's what I'm saying. I am asking the intolerance, the kind of hatred, intolerance they have got. Nobody should speak against me. They will go to any extent.
But that's equally true of the Aam Aadmi Party. You have someone who is targeting the AAP chief, and then he's arrested.
The intolerance bit applies to you.
Here the due process,
you cannot take anything against you.
Here the due process of the law has been followed, Mr. Vats. I think you are rightly used the word. It's a court to decide whether the Punjab police has done anything of a high-handedness. I think they have followed the procedure in full, and they are any state police is answerable to the
misuse of power.
No, sir. They are answerable. Every
but equally, Alok Vats, if I may, Mr. Srivastav, equally, Alok Vats, why has the Haryana police stopped the Punjab police? They may have been wrong in the first instance, but do you at least concede that the Haryana police is equally wrong in interfering in the course of duty?
Madam Mukherjee, the Delhi police has informed the Haryana police that one man has been kidnapped from Delhi and been taken en route to Punjab. So they have acted upon that.
No, you are making a wrong statement here. You are making a wrong statement. You are making a wrong statement, sir. You are making a wrong statement.
All chronological. Let me tell you one thing. We will leave no stone unturned to highlight these misdeeds. We will leave no stone unturned.
May I ask you, in how many other instances where the police has arrested somebody and the family has made a kidnapping allegation, has another police force acted with such alacrity? Can you give me any other instances?
Not that I remember right now.
Yeah, exactly. Sir, exactly the same thing I am telling you. The Vikas Dubey case, where the gangster who was in hiding in Madhya Pradesh, the UP police came over there to arrest him. They did not inform the Madhya Pradesh police at all, and they took him back to UP via road. I hope you should be knowing that high-handedness of the police is to such an extent, and they are following the law in totality because they have got. They have got a court order in their hand,
Mr.
and Haryana
Srivastava,
police has no business to stop the
Mr.
police
Srivastava,
from doing their duty.
Mr. Srivastava, are you linking Vikas Dubey with Tajinder Bagga? Has he
I'm not thinking anybody.
any similarity?
I'm not thinking anybody.
Are you standing in support of Vikas Dubey?
Mr.
Bagga,
Mr. Srivastava, let me rephrase this. Whether
Mr.
it's
Bagga's credentials
okay,
are
okay,
not-
gentlemen.
Nine
A very
police
simple
personnel.
question to
He
both
was
of
a
you.
criminal.
And I want
He was
Mr.
a
Srivastava
gangster.
to answer
He was
this
a
first.
murderer.
Whether it's the
And
Rana
you are
couple
linking it
in
to
Maharashtra,
Tajinder Bagga.
whether it's Jignesh Mevani, whether it's now Tajinder Bagga, are all political parties equally intolerant of any kind of, people speaking out against their leaders? Because time and time again, we are seeing political parties act in exactly the same way, no matter what their ideology or their political persuasion is.
Ankita, I think the matter rests with the respective state police. Because in
Okay, fine. Now that you bring up the police, Mr. Srivastava, let me ask you. Mr. Srivastava, let me ask you, is the police now completely politicized because they are acting at the behest of their political masters? We have the Delhi police registering a case of kidnapping. We have the Punjab police arresting a man who has threatened the Delhi chief minister. And we have the Haryana police impeding the Punjab police in the course of their duty. What
Ankita,
happens when police forces are utterly at odds with each other? How is the rule of law going to be followed?
I'm not disputing with you. Every state police is fully politicized. I'm making a statement, a generalized statement on your channel. But the fact is that we still live in democracy. We have a third pillar, a strong pillar named the judiciary, and the judiciary does act upon it whenever somebody is doing a high-handedness. So it is a no. I'm not saying this is a lie.
You have agreed
It's a
that the
truth.
Punjab police is
Every
politicized.
state,
You have agreed to this.
Sir, I'm telling you, I'm not saying to 17 states you have got, your police is also politicized. So you don't have a high, you can't be on a high pedestal in that matter.
Use police.
You
We
always
never
use,
use
sir.
police for
You
personal
always-
vendetta. We
you
never
al- you
use police
always-
for personal vendetta.
You always use it, sir. You always use it.
Three police
I'm-
forces at odds. Honestly,
give an example.
we've never
Give
seen
an
anything like this
example.
all happen in one day. I'm
give an
going to leave it
example.
at that. Mr. Srivastava and Mr. Vats, thank you both for joining us.